Hey folks, again, combined video for Retired Old Soldier 1987 and Old Guy Fitness 1969. Last we talked about how I got picked up for Sergeant Major. Didn't expect it, had no desire to be there, but there I was. So I did some time as a Sergeant Major, and I was fortunate enough to be selected after about a year and a half as a Sergeant Major. I was fortunate enough to be selected as the Command Sergeant Major for the 7457 Medical Operational Readiness Unit Command Sergeant Major. And that was I loved my time in the Army. But that for me was, and I didn't know it was going to be that, but it was the pinnacle. I loved what I did. I loved what I was able to do. I loved how I was able to interact with and guide and mentor and train soldiers. And as a command sergeant major, I had 700 soldiers in my battalion. I had, I had these soldiers who wanted this training. They wanted this mentorship, and I was able to provide it. So that was huge for me. Absolutely loved it. So when I went into this, I decided I didn't want to be the fat old sergeant major. Every one of us, we've all had that fat old sergeant major. Don't know what they're doing. We look at them and think, why are they even in this position? It's just some fat old dude not doing what they're supposed to, and we could do better. So I didn't want to be that guy. So I started looking at it, and I started changing what I did and how I was acting, because my weight was getting up there. My fitness wasn't quite where it was supposed to be. I'm into my 50s. Dude, it's tough when you're in your 50s. So I started making some changes. Was it enough? No, definitely not. But I also recognized that. So I started doing some other things. One of the things, as the Command Sergeant Major of the 7457, I had a unit out of Alexandria, Virginia, the 7250, and what their job was is they were, or a portion of their job was to run a water point and be medics for the Army 10 miler. What a phenomenal opportunity. I had these soldiers that I was working with. They trained and they helped these other soldiers and these civilians running this race, so I could work with them. So what I did was I took over the position as a Command Sergeant Major in January of 2022, and I decided I was going to run the Army 10 miler in October of 2022. I made this decision in August of 2022, and thus began my journey. Again, because of where I'm at, I've got to cut these videos short, so they're shorts, they're not videos, so people pay attention. If you like what you're seeing, hit the like button, subscribe, and until my next video, have a good one.